And a happy Friday to you all. I hope you had a good week. Tragic what happened in Minnesota. The whole transgenderism and the medications that they're on, and just the manifesto that this very disturbed individual put out. It's just mind blowing to see this happen over and over again. And the first reaction of the mainstream media is always, it's the gun, it's the gun, it's the guns. There were 340 to $400 million guns in this country, the vast majority owned by responsible owners. If it was truly the gun, it would be on a massive scale that would be beyond comprehension. It's a mental health disorder issue. It's the far left really pushing that trans ideology and agenda, confusing these kids. The parents should be held accountable as well. I think it's child abuse. When you see these Pride Parade people and they're saying, this is my 6-month-old infant, they identified as trans binary, superpolar, whatever the hell, in the womb. These people, they need help. They need psychological help. And they abuse these kids with this ideology, and the left pushes it in the schools, and these kids grow up twisted and confused, and then they do the surgeries and the medications, and then of course they change their mind, they think they made a mistake, and they just very odd, very strange stuff. My heart goes out to those poor parents and those poor kids. It's mind blowing that this is the new norm now, and the left points to the gun every time. They even went so far that idiot mayor first comments on it were, it goes against humanity to judge the transgender community. He didn't even talk about the parents and the dead children. It was right to the trans stuff. This is satanic shit, man. I don't know any other way to say it. It's just evil as fuck, and I pray for those poor parents and those poor kids, and I pray for a viable solution going forward. And they're going to go after our gun rights for the 1,000th time, the 1,000,000th time. All of us law-abiding, God-fearing gun owners, and even if you don't believe in God, but you live a decent life, we're responsible. We want to protect ourselves and the ones we love and possible innocents around us from the true evils of this world. And anybody that says otherwise has an agenda. They want everybody disarmed. We're the last first world nation that has an actual Second Amendment, the right to bear arms and protect ourselves. And that's a threat to authoritarian style governments. So, that being said, I had to say something about it. It's horrific. I pray for the parents and the kids. I hope we can find a way forward that makes sense. Anyway, so after a week or change of doing comparison, watching tons of videos, in between side work I was working on, I got another commission check on the door. I sent another payment, 2 payments to the credit card to get those down some more. And I went back and forth on the scope for this HK. I was considering the Mark 5 3.6 to 18. I had lofty dreams of possibly getting a ZCO or an SMB, but it's not feasible. Nor is it really beneficial to someone like me. So it came down to which Leopold am I going to get? Because I have the other 525. I'm really happy with it. It's a good, solid, high kind of mid-scope. It'll get the job done. I went back and forth comparing lots of stuff between the Mark IV and the Mark V. And I weighed the benefits and the cost and the feature set. And I just pulled the trigger. I decided we went with the Mark IV HD. I jumped from the 4 to 18. Instead, since the dimensions are identical, pretty much, I went with the 6 to 24. So that'll be on par with my 5 to 25. Also, I chose the PR3 reticle over the PR2, which is a simplified version of the PR2 without all the windage holds for a less cluttered sight picture. For a 16.5308, that's probably going to be reaching out once we join Volusia or the Farm 6-800-ish max. I thought, let's kind of get one that's a bit cleaner, because it is a bit distracting when you have those trees. And I got a Spur 34mm QD on the way as well for it. So that's what's going on the HK. The QD might come in handy later on. Be easier to swap it over and try it on different guns. I do have my tack swap up and live. I got a few things posted there. I am going to offload that 16-inch 308 dimpled barrel that I had done, because at this point with the HK it's kind of moot. I was eventually planning on maybe getting a 15.3 upper for the 20, like I've said, and then moving the 16 LMT over to the 12.5 upper. But now that I have the HK, I don't see the point. This is a piston system. It shoots softer, and it's really kind of redundant at this point. So might as well try to recoup a little extra cash. I got the CAC bolt up for sale. We're going to move that. I'm not going to jump down that rabbit hole anymore. I'll take my losses and lick my wounds and move on. I made a mistake by buying it in the first place. It didn't come with the other parts, the firing pin, whatever. I'm not going to rehash it. CAC wants me to send my upper in to inspect it. I don't really feel like doing that. I don't want it to magically disappear in a UPS hub. As long as it runs fine with the bolt that it came with, which it does, I don't see the need to take that risk at this moment. So that's that. There's not much more to cover. They will both be here tomorrow. Ordered from Euro Optic. We'll put this back on the 6 ARC where it belongs, the Match Pro, which is still again a viable scope for the 7.678. Was it 7 something 799 with the Night Force mount? It's a good option. It's just, I wanted him to have his own scope. I like my Leopold so far, so this will be number 2. Curious to see that new PR3 reticle, a bit cleaner. Similar design, it just doesn't have all the windage stuff. So we'll see. I don't know if I was going back and forth. I was like, should I just get another PR2? And I screenshotted both reticles. I was looking back and forth. I was like, that PR2 is really nice, but at a quick glance, your eyes get diverted by all the windage stuff. The PR3 is a nice crosshair. You still have your mil dots. It just, it seemed cleaner. For a 308, that's a bit shorter than the 20-inch 6.5 is. I thought easier to acquire a target. We're going to move the 12 o'clock that I have on the 5-25, the MPS, over to the Mark IV. It'll be a little more usable with a 16 if you have to get up and go for it. So we'll do that for now. I also have a few extra parts I ordered from Honey Badger House. It's actually Haus, House. For the HK, I ordered yesterday as well. We've got the RAL 8K trigger guard on the way. We've got the right side RAL 8K safety lever. He didn't have the left in stock, so I gotta wait for that to come in. So we'll do the right. What else did I get? There was 4 things. Oh, I got a RMR plate for the VP9A1. We're going to try one of the comps on it and see if I like it better than the SCS. And there's one other thing, but I'm forgetting. It's for the HK. Oh, I got the RAL 8000 dust door for the 417. How these install on this particular gun, I'm not sure. Doesn't look like it's a remove the handguard scenario. So I have to find a video. Are those spring-loaded? No. All right, we'll figure it out. We'll watch a video. So we'll have a little more RAL 8000 on it. I don't like this trigger guard. I want something curved. And then the HK will be in pretty good shape. And then we'll just get some more ammo in the door and we'll continue running it. I'm good with my choice. And we'll move forward from there. Other than that, we got that new pistol on the way as well. That new Beretta with that cool camo. Looking forward to checking that out. We got more payments sent to the cards, and now I'm pretty much broke again. That's the way it goes. My contracts that I've been working on have been getting fewer, though, so it's going to get a bit leaner now. I don't have anything major in the works right. I got one small thing I'm finishing up. So we're going to have to slow down again and see what's what. But overall, I'm happy with the direction that we're going. I am going to list that barrel on my tax swap, and we're going to try to offload a few other things to pay everything down some more, and then move forward from there. and just focus and train on a handful of specific guns instead of jumping around all the time. Another reason I offloaded those pistols was like, I know what I like. Let's focus on a few. And as far as all the rifles I have and pistols, I mean, it's pretty much overkill as well, some of them, but we'll see. Everything I have left is, stuff I really like. So, does that light turn on? Yeah. There isn't a whole lot less. I may offload, again, like I said, I may throw that EWS 14.5 RAL 8000 up on tax swap, see if I get any bites on that. That's kind of redundant. I have the 14.5 LMT piston, which is a much better gun. That was more of a side project out of curiosity at the time. Radian's never going anywhere. I love that gun. Bolt gun's never going anywhere. Spec War's never going anywhere. SP5 definitely ain't going nowhere unless I need emergency surgery or some shit. That wouldn't even cover it with the way things cost today. Shotgun's going to stay here. So there really isn't much left I really am willing to sacrifice out of my core stuff. The EWS, we got that 16-inch FDE Franken build. I can throw that up on tax swap, see if I get any bites on that. We can offload that as well. As far as what's in this guy here, the Voltor 12.5, cool gun, but at some point I may offload it. I don't know. It's cool. It's unique. You don't see them all, especially with the dedicated lowers. ADM, that's one of the keepers too. I've had that's one of my first real builds. 6 arc, we're holding on to him. The 300 black LMT, definitely keeping him. So there really isn't a whole lot else I'm okay with sacrificing, unless it's for a really big purpose. So right now we're good. I mean, I could sell a couple more and pay off my credit cards completely, but I'm just gonna rack those up again. So let's tread lightly. As far as this weekend, have a good weekend. Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. A lot of crazy stuff going on these days. Say a prayer for those poor kids. Tomorrow when the stuff shows up, we'll check it out together. We'll get it all mounted up and leveled and head out to the range maybe with it and get some shots down range. Either Saturday or probably Sunday. We'll give that a shot and we'll move on forward and do the best we can with what we got. All right, that's it, guys. Have a great weekend. Don't drink and drive. Be good to each other. Keep your heads on a swivel and God bless America. Peace.